Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Tonight we've got a hockey game, but before we get to that, we're going to do a short little pregame show. As you know, for Saturday games from now on, this will be the new format, a sort of pre-filmed type of thing. Now, obviously we had a game last night, which unfortunately we were not able to recap like it was scheduled to be planned, but let's give a short preview before we truly dive into the game. Sioux City heading into last night were 27-15, 6-0. That's 60 points. They've lost the last two. In Waterloo, they're quickly climbing up the standings, only 3 points behind the Muskies. So even if the Muskies did lose and Waterloo wins, they'll still keep that spot. But this was also a must game for Sioux City because, Waterloo, if they win two on the weekend, they could very easily take over the Muskies. So yeah, this was also very huge. So we start out, and it didn't start very long in, too. At the 34-second mark, Jack Kernan from Theo Kiss. That made it a 1-0 Des Moines lead. By the way, if it sounds like I'm sick, it's because I am. I missed school today, and yeah, I'm filming this. Well, I guess it is Saturday morning because it is 12:58 a.m. So I mean, or 12:59 a.m. rather. Excuse me. My computer is obviously synced to the world, or the sun rising or sun setting or whatever. Yeah. So I am tired and I'm sick. We'll just keep it at that. So that's the dishwasher going on. But anyway, Des Moines had a 1-0 lead. Then at the 3:50 mark, Theo Kiss goes into the box, 2 minutes for boarding. Muskies third in power play throughout the whole year in terms of that, didn't score. Well, all right, all hope is not lost. At the 7:39 mark, Liam Watkins scored from Ben Keevan and Brady Smith. That made it a 2-0 game. And then just 2 minutes later, Liam Watkins from Ben Keevan again and Ilya Protas. That made it a 3-0 Des Moines game. And then Brady Zugic from Edison Angle. That made it a 4-0 game exactly 4 minutes after the third goal. 4-0 Des Moines led at the end of two. That hurts, to say the least. So now we head to the second, and Ethan Gardula, back from suspension, of course, gets a penalty, 2 minutes for kneeing. Oh well. Then at the 11:20 mark, there was a fight between Owen Keefe and Joe Grammer. And then the first goal of the second period came at the 14:21 mark. Tate Pritchard from Ethan Gardula. There you go. That made it a 4-1 game. And then penalty went on to City Alexi Van Hoot Cacheros for interference at the 16:42 mark. And then at the 19:16 mark, Ashton Dom scored from Owen West and Aiden Van Rooyen. That made it a 5-1 Des Moines lead at the end of two. Yeah. So now we head into the third period, and Tate Pritchard at the 6:59 mark got a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. You probably know where this is going to go. Because 51 seconds later, Liam Watkins scored from Ilya Protas and Edison Angle on the power play and a hat trick. Boo hoo, I guess. At the 8:20 mark, Brady Smith. A 2-minute call from checking or for checking from behind, and also a 10-minute misconduct. Although it'd be all in vain because at the 10:27 mark, Dylan Silverstein scored for or got a penalty rather, excuse me, a delay game. That would be incredible if he did score. I mean, Urban tried to score on opening night, so I mean, and he was that close. It just went wide of the net. So yeah, the game ended 6-1. Although I'm not going to get into the scores from last night, there was an incredible game up in Fargo. Really incredible. Sioux Falls at Fargo. Sioux Falls going in to that game. They were riding an 8-game losing streak. In Fargo, they had won 10 straight up to that point. We'll start out in the first period. Of course, Fargo getting one early. Max Swanson at the 3:32 mark. However, though, Hunter Anderson tied it up with about 3:25 left to go. That made it a tie game at 1. Good game. Well, you head into the second period, and who else but J.J. Weebish at the 8:51 mark. That made it a 2-1 game, and then Zach Nehring at the 19:18 mark of the second period. Sioux Falls leads Fargo 3-1, and then Brandon Svoboda made it a 1-goal game at 3-2, and then Chase LaPinta scored the game winner at the 19:29 mark. 31 seconds left. Yeah, and then Cholach got the empty netter at the very end. I guess no, because it wasn't tie, because Fargo didn't tie it up at 3. I said game winner from Chase LaPinta. That was not. I guess it kind of was, but, yeah. So, yeah, Sioux Falls, they broke an 8-game losing streak, and Fargo, Fargo lost and broke their 10-game winning streak. Excuse me. Oh my God. So that takes us now to tonight. This is an absolute must. In fact, you know what? We'll take a look at the standings right now because why not? I mean, right? Waterloo, with their win, they're now just 1 point of the Muskies. The Muskies, they must win tonight in order to win. Now, Des Moines, they're at 19, 24, 4-0. That's 42 points. They're just 2 points behind Lincoln for the final playoff spot. Obviously, it is now March, so we are in the push to the playoffs. Sioux City, 27, 16, 6-0. That's 60 points. They've lost 3 straight, and they're 4-6 in their last 10. Very, 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 very important that they get a win tonight, and hopefully they will. And they will also be the first team to 50 games played, which means they've only got 12 games left. So each one very, very, very important, to say the least. Fargo, they've already clinched their playoff spot. They're at 80 points at 36-2. Or 39, 6-2 rather, excuse me. So, in fact, Sioux City, you could pretty much call it that they have clinched a playoff spot. Pretty much Waterloo, Sioux City, Fargo. You can even throw in Tri-City there. They have clinched a playoff spot. Now, Fargo, with their 8-game losing streak, that kind of set them back a little bit, I'm sure. So, yeah. And then Omaha, 15 straight losses. That is just embarrassing. I'm sorry, but that is embarrassing. Why they're even a franchise, I don't know. Their arena sucks. Their team sucks. In fact, the people who run the arena suck. Um, yeah, their coach sucks. Their team sucks. Their ownership sucks. The arena sucks. The people who run the arena suck. Everything sucks for Omaha. Whoop-de-doo. So yeah, we're not sure obviously what the lines are going to look like for tonight. I'm sure they will, at least for Sioux City, they will probably um not change really all that much. I mean, obviously having Gardula back is a big plus for us. He slid back into his first line with Ryan Nicholas and Tate Pritchard. So yeah, like I said, I don't think unless, Hanson comes back from injury or Gunderson obviously appears back in there. I think is if those one of those two is inserted back. Although to be fair though, Hanson's a defenseman and Gunderson is a forward. So for the forwards, that could switch things up. You could see different lines tomorrow night for that if Gunderson is indeed back. Um, Although if you do add back Hanson, I don't think it's going to change much when it comes to the D. Um, so yeah, sorry, I also had a bloody nose last night, or last night as I'm filming this, so I still gotta watch out for that. And to be fair though, Kersey, he did switch up the lines for tonight because Mikhail Van Tassel, he's usually at the left wing, while he played at the right wing tonight. Obviously very different for him, but yeah, that was the way he rolled tonight. Trey Jeffress inserted back into the lineup for the Muskies. Other than that, things really weren't all that different. So, yeah. Anyway, it should be a good one tonight. A must win for the Muskies if they were going to win any game It has to be this one tonight, or else, with a win, I believe Waterloo, they do play tonight. Um, they play against Muskegon. That one's going to be a very good game as well. Potential finals matchup, I call that a stretch a little bit. Muskegon, they're fourth in the Eastern Conference, respectively, but they could very easily get into that second place spot because Green Bay, who's in second right now, has 61 points, and Muskegon has 58. So, with a couple of Green Bay losses and a couple of Muskegon wins, easy second place right there. So, yeah, Muskies must win tonight. Must win tonight if they want to keep their chances at that second place berth, because that's going to be very important. Because the first two seeds, they automatically get a bye from round one, and that could be very key for the Muskies. If you recall back in 2022, the Muskies, they were second in the Western Conference. They got that first round bye. Obviously, that would prevent them from potentially playing a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night first round, and then obviously round two starting that Saturday night. Only with that 2 day break of rest and only a 1 day break from the regular season ending. So, rest could be key to, uh, you know, going far because obviously we saw that with the Muskies in 2022 and they won the Clark Cup. Although Tri City fans will say that the ice surface was crap, that's the reason why they lost back in 2022 because they were the top team in the USHL. You can even argue that they're the best team ever in league history, the 21-22 Tri-City Storm, although that came with a little bit of controversy because apparently their goaltender was too old to be in the USHL. Because if you don't know, the USHL, it's a developmental league for 16 to 20-year-olds, and apparently and I mean, if you turn 21 during the season, you can still play. Like, they're not going to boot you out or anything like that. But, that season after, you cannot play in the league anymore. Your chances are over, basically, at that point. So, yeah, I'm not saying with your hockey career, but, just in terms of the USHL, it's over with. So, yeah. Anyway, tonight should be a fun night. I don't think there's really any sort of special events going on at the Tyson for the game. So, yeah, I think it's just going to be a normal. Oh, wait, no, they are doing a youth jersey giveaway to the first 500 fans. Uh, I wouldn't fit in one, so yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you at the game here. We'll send it now to present Ronnie right now.